Yeah, it's always a great idea to have a little bit of cash. And even though in my wallet at home, I always only have a credit card and a debit card. But when I was traveling in Italy, like you don't want to pull out your credit card for a coffee and a panino. Italian for Travelers, Episode 18, the Shopping at Stores episode. In today's episode, we talk about the beautiful things money can buy in Italy's department stores, artisanal shops, and boutiques. Elisa also shares tips about typical store hours, VAT refunds, and lots of vocabulary so you can literally shop until all your euros drop.
Ciao! Benvenuti a Italian for Travelers, the second season of the Postcards from Italy podcast. I'm Elisa, a native Italian speaker and teacher. Although I was born in Emilia-Romagna, I've spent the last 18 years living in the US and teaching Italian to mostly American students. Along the way, I've learned a lot about what first-time travelers and new Italian language learners really want to know. In short, they want to live la Dolce Vita glamour, but without the grammar. This season, let's stamp your passport with some Italian vocabulary, cultural tips, dialogues, and practice lessons with my real-life student and friend, Erin. But we only share a fraction of what we talk about on our streaming episodes.
Visit www.postcardsfromitalypodcast.com for our bonus materials and subscribe to our newsletter for updates.
With our podcast and bonus materials, I can help you transform from just another tourist into a curious traveler. Okay. Here we go. Remember, don't worry if you cannot understand much during your first listen. Just relax, sit back, and enjoy la dolce lingua. Ok, cominciamo. Let's begin.
A quick note about today's audio quality. On this episode, we used a couple of different mics, and we recorded the cultural notes while traveling over Zoom. So you might notice that Elisa's mic sounds a little different from mine. Some sections were recorded at a different time. Where possible, we repaired the audio, but you still might notice a difference. Thank you for listening.
Cari amici, benvenuti. Welcome to Italian for Travelers, episode 18, titled Fare acquisti nei negozi.
Shopping at stores. And I'm excited about this one, Elisa, because when I lived in Italy, I told people the only things I could do in Italian were shop and eat. So I'm excited to learn about it.
I don't blame you. It's two of my favorite activities as well.
You were telling me earlier that we had so much to cover that we've got 2 episodes.
We got 2 episodes about shopping. This one, lesson 18, is going to be about shopping at stores, as you just heard. And then the next episode, lesson 19, will be shopping at the market, another favorite of mine and of most Italians.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, let's dive in.
But let's look at what we're in for today. Today, we're going to learn a lot of vocabulary about different types of shops, department stores, and in general about shopping. What do you need to shop at any type of store in Italy? We'll also give you a brief glossary about colors and fabric in case you do decide to finally redo your whole wardrobe at the Ferragamo store or Gucci's. Or Valentino's. We don't judge.
This is one of my aspirational goals, so hopefully this comes in handy sooner than later.
Yes, the dream life. So let's start with our idiom for today, which is something that may go against everything you've learned, everything you've been taught since you were little. Soldi non fanno la felicità, la comprano. And this is by Giovanni Soriano, an Italian author.
Money doesn't give you happiness, it buys it.
Yeah, you told me that this is not true, right?
It's totally true. Can be true.
Yeah, think of spritz, of a beautiful camicia, like a blouse or a button-up shirt you can buy at a Ferragamo store. Or tell me that it's not true when you can buy a puppy.
I mean, that's kind of happy, right?
It's very happy to me. Even gelato, a simple gelato, very happy to me.
And now, let's hear some Italian vocabulary in action with this dialogue. Alla reception dell'albergo.
At the hotel front desk.
Buongiorno, signora Amati. Come sta?
Buongiorno, sto bene, grazie. E lei?
Benissimo, grazie. Che programmi ha oggi?
Programmi? I think she's asking about my plans for today. Let's see. I'd like to do a little shopping for gifts and souvenirs. Vorrei fare shopping e comprare un po' di souvenir.
Buona idea! Ci sono molti negozi qui vicino. E oggi è venerdì e c'è anche il mercato in piazza.
Venerdì. That's Friday. Today. Il mercato in piazza. Oh, so the outdoor market is today. Fantastico. Ci sono negozi per gifts. Regali?
Sì, ovviamente. Vicino al mercato, in via Conti, ci sono una galleria d'arte, un negozio di antiquariato, una libreria e una gioielleria.
So near the market in Via Conti, I can find little shops with art, books, and jewelry. I think that's what she said. Ammazza, wow, that sounds like a full day. Che bello.
Sì, le piaceranno, signora. E se vuole portare a casa delle specialità locali, abbiamo anche una salumeria e un'enoteca qui a sinistra, in via Melli.
Specialità locali? Local specialties? Oh, yes, that would be great. Scusi, può ripetere? Quali negozi per specialità locali?
Certo, la salumeria e l'enoteca, in via Melli.
Oh, okay. I think those are the delicatessen and the wine shop. Fantastico, grazie. E un'altra domanda. C'è una gelateria qui vicino?
Ma signora, è ovvio, in Italia c'è sempre una gelateria vicino.
Okay, so let's dive into the cultural notes for shopping. And Elisa, can you tell us a little bit more about shopping in the most beautiful country in the world?
Certo, molto volentieri. Very happy to. Well, there are many things that money can't buy in Italy, like the beautiful views, the incredible art, or the delicious smell of freshly baked bread coming from the nearby panetteria.
Bakery.
There's no shortage of temptations for shopping enthusiasts visiting Il Bel Paese. In fact, Italy's traditional craftsmanship in leather, design, ceramics, textiles, and cuisine is a big draw for many tourists looking to bring home a piece of Italian artistry. And many tourists come just for that, the pleasure to browse among our negozi
Shops.
and bancarelle,
Booths.
or to shop until they drop in the fascinating world of Italian retail. From outdoor markets to outlets, from internationally renowned fashion brands to small family-owned shops, from clothes to food to souvenirs, and everything in between, we've got you covered. So let's go shopping together.
I'm so excited, Elisa. Okay. I'm noticing you have a bunch of notes here. And the first one is to remember that in big cities and small villages alike, many shops are often closed between 1 p.m. and 3 or 4 p.m. for
La pausa pranzo.
this is the lunch break.
Sì.
Smaller family-owned shops are also likely to be closed one afternoon a week, often on Tuesdays or Thursdays. Many stores and offices will close for most or for part of August as well to celebrate.
Agosto, which is August 15th.
As for shopping centers or outlet malls, opening hours are generally between 9 and 10 a.m. to 10 to 11 p.m. with only a few days off a year. So that's very Western culture, right?
Yeah, things have become westernized in that way. It didn't used to be like this even just maybe 10 years ago. Before we started opening outlet malls and outdoor shopping centers, Sundays were just a day, for example, where stores are closed. And many stores would close by 7 or 8 p.m. So shopping at night was really not something you could do.
I just recently returned from a trip to Italy, and there were times when I wanted to go in the afternoon or evening before dinner, or even during lunchtime when a shop that I'd had my eye on during my first pass in the city center was closed, or it was on a Tuesday and it was closed. So if you know that there's a place that you want to go to see, just make sure to take note of the opening hours.
You can easily check these opening hours on Google even. We're getting to the point where things are going to be very similar to the US market, where stores are easily accessible any time of the day, any day of the week, but we're not quite there yet.
Well, also for some of the more artisanal shops and the craftsmen, more unusual and unique accessories or other items, they are going to have different hours because it's generally just an artist.
Like family-owned shops, they have a very different way of managing things that they do here in the US. Here in the US, many stores have a revolving door of staff available to cover any type of shift. And in Italy, a family shop is oftentimes just managed by the family itself. So that's mother, father, and children. And these people are going to have to cover all the opening hours of the store.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you have lunch breaks and then you have working hours between basically breakfast and lunch and between lunch and dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if there's something that you have your eye on, just make sure that you check ahead of time. Or if you see it on your first walk and it's open, maybe pop in.
Carpe diem.
Yes, buy it. Okay. So our next point is that every town has at least one weekly outdoor market. And although these are often geared towards clothing and household goods, they can also be a great resource to pick up fresh local foods and specialties, as well as inexpensive clothing, shoes, and accessories. Most markets are only open in the morning.
Yes. So we'll deal specifically with outdoor markets in episode 19, but we kind of wanted to give you a taste of what to expect about this gem of Italian culture.
You get a small taste of it when you go to some place like Campo di Fiori, which is very, very different. That's more like the Disneyland of the outdoor markets at this point. I have a feeling next episode you're going to learn even more, and so that you'll be more prepared for maybe the smaller markets when you're in smaller towns and villages as well.
Sì, esatto. Yeah, we'll cover all of it. Italian tabaccherie,
tobacco shops,
are a great place to buy stamps, maps, tickets, and passes for buses or the subway, and sometimes to pay for parking as well. In Italy, tabaccherie are indicated with a big blue sign with a white T on it.
There's almost nothing you can't get at a tabaccheria. In terms of transportation, and it's funny because I asked someone recently, oh gosh, where do I get the bus ticket for whatever? And they're like, tabaccheria. Like, just like, come on, like, you know this.
See. And they're easy to find. You know, it's almost like the equivalent of Starbucks in the US. There's one tabaccheria at every corner.
So next we talk about credit and debit cards. And credit and debit cards have become increasingly more common both in stores and at the market. But we recommend you always have at least a little bit of cash on hand when visiting market booths or small shops, as credit cards may not be accepted. Yeah, it's always a great idea to have a little bit of cash. And even though in my wallet at home, I always only have a credit card and a debit card, everything else is through an app or whatever. And it's kind of a pain in the neck to get cash. But when I was traveling in Italy, a lot of the smaller places, like you don't want to pull out your credit card for a coffee and a panino, like, you know, and you also don't have any bargaining power when you have a credit card.
Sì, esattamente, for sure. Italy is moving in the direction of other major countries, and especially the US, where payments are going to be more and more widely accepted through credit cards or debit cards. But again, it's not the reality everywhere 100% of the time.
Okay, what's next, Elisa?
Bargaining for prices is uncommon in most of Italy. But in outdoor markets, you can ask for uno sconto,
a discount.
The vendor may take €1 or €2 off your total and say, le lascio il caffè.
I'll leave you the price of a coffee. I love that.
Yes. Bargaining, however, is not practiced when buying food or in shops.
Yeah. With more and more non-Italian tourists coming in through town, I think that a lot of the little shops, they know that they're able to get a little bit of a bigger price or closer to the advertised price, let's say. So you may or may not have bargaining power, but if you know a little bit more Italian, let's say. So next we talk about IVA, which is the VAT. And if you're a non-EU resident, that's a non-European Union resident, you're entitled to a refund for the 22% IVA or the VAT rate paid on items over 154.94 euro. And the VAT, I just looked this up. A VAT is a consumption tax that's assessed on the value added in each production stage of a good or service. Every business along the value chain receives a tax credit for the VAT already paid. So keep in mind that this minimum is per shop, not for your total for the purchases that you've made throughout your entire trip. Be aware that you cannot claim refunds for costs related to accommodations or meals. You will also want to spend enough that it makes it worth the hassle to complete the entire process to claim a refund, as it's a pretty lengthy and tedious one. You will need to ask for a special receipt at the time of purchase and allow your goods to be checked at the airport and the receipt stamped when you leave the country. So when I was traveling, I had a couple of friends who were purchasing some very beautiful designer jewelry. in Orvieto. And they received the receipt and a special envelope and instructions on exactly what to do, where to do it, how to complete the process. When I had purchased sunglasses at Fendi years ago, I had to do the same thing. I did not do that this time, but it might be worth it. 22% is quite a bit. So
yes. Oh, definitely. When your purchase is significant, I definitely would not overlook this step, even though it might require a little bit of patience on your part.
Ciao, it's Erin. We're fading out here so that we can keep our free streaming episodes a reasonable length of time. For additional bonus audio and all kinds of other bonus materials, head to our website. Now back to the show. And now let's hear Italian in action with this dialogue.
Dialogue 3. In boutique.
In the boutique.
Buongiorno signora, posso aiutarla?
Oh, guardo solo, grazie. But wait, this handbag is beautiful. Che bella. I wonder if it's made in Italy. Scusi, è fatta in Italia?
Sì signora, queste borse sono prodotte qui vicino, da Corsini, un artigiano locale.
Did she say they're made by a local artisan? Fantastico.
Sono tutte in pelle, di ottima qualità, e se vuole abbiamo anche altri colori e stili.
Pelle, that's leather. I can tell they're so buttery soft. This bag is beautiful, but it's a little more expensive than I'd like to spend. È bellissima, ma è troppo costosa. Mi dispiace.
Abbiamo anche borse più economiche, signora. Guardi questa, per esempio.
Più economiche. Sure, I'll consider something a little more affordable. Wow, this bag really is cute. Che carina.
Sono tutte fatte a mano e hanno tutte il loro nome. Alba, Donatella, Rosanna, Agnese.
Fatte a mano, handmade, and each one has its own name? How special, like children. Well, I didn't want to spend so much, but I would use this bag every day, and it would remind me of Italy even when I'm working. Okay, prendo questa borsa verde, Donatella. Let's see, do you take credit cards? Accettate la carta di credito?
Certo, signora, ha fatto un'ottima scelta. Le do anche il modulo per il rimborso dell'IVA.
IVA? Wait, that must be the form for the VAT refund. Sì, grazie.
Okay, so now let's move on to our next glossary. Parole ed espressioni essenziali sugli acquisti.
Essential words and phrases about making purchases.
Simple communication is our goal. Therefore, we often provide the default masculine form of a noun or an adjective, and we prioritize formal communication over informal, unless otherwise noted. Don't worry, Italian speakers will still understand you.
How much is it?
One item. Quanto costa? Multiple items. Quanto costano?
Can I try it on?
Posso provarlo?
Size.
La taglia, or la misura, or il numero for shoes.
It's too big.
È troppo grande.
It's too small.
È troppo piccolo.
It's too expensive.
È troppo costoso.
It's too long.
È troppo lungo.
It's too short.
È troppo corto.
Can I have a discount?
Può farmi uno sconto?
Can I take a look?
Posso guardare?
I'm just browsing, thank you.
Guardo solo, grazie.
I'll think about it, thank you.
Ci penso, grazie.
I'd like this, please.
Vorrei questo, per favore.
Is this made in Italy?
È fatto in Italia?
Is this a local product?
È un prodotto locale?
Is this handmade?
È fatto a mano?
Did you make this?
L'avete fatto voi?
Do you have a different color?
Avete un colore diverso?
Do you have a different pattern?
Avete una fantasia diversa?
Do you have more of this?
Ne avete altri?
Do you have something cheaper?
Avete qualcosa di meno caro?
Do you have something nicer?
Avete qualcosa di più carino?
I prefer this one.
Preferisco questo.
I'll take this.
Prendo questo.
Can I have a bag?
Mi può dare una busta or sportina?
Where do I pay?
Dove si paga?
At the cashier.
Alla cassa.
Do you accept credit cards?
Accettate la carta di credito?
Can you ship this?
Potete spedirlo?
My address is...
Il mio indirizzo è...
I need the paperwork for a VAT refund.
Mi serve il modulo per il rimborso dell'IVA. All right, let's put these into practice now. Lessico in pratica. Erin, come si dice in italiano? I'm just browsing, thank you.
Guardo solo, grazie.
Benissimo. Numero 2. Come si dice do you have something cheaper?
Avete qualcosa di meno caro?
Sì, corretto. Numero 3. Come si dice I'll think about it, thank you?
Ci penso, grazie.
Perfetto. 4. Come si dice can you ship this?
Potete spedirlo?
Sì, potete spedirlo?
Okay.
Yes, and many vendors will be happy in Italy to ship anything to your home. Numero 5. Come si dice did you make this?
L'avete fatto voi?
Sì. Numero 6. Come si dice can I have a discount?
Può farmi uno sconto?
Sì, corretto. Numero 7. Come si dice I need the paperwork for a VAT refund?
Mi serve il modulo per il rimborso dell'IVA?
Yes.
I know that sounded weird. Rimborso, modulo.
And then the sentence is just as hard as the process of
Oh my
getting
goodness.
your IVA refunded. Numero 8. Come si dice do you accept credit cards?
Accettate la carta di credito?
Sì, a very, very useful question. E numero 9. I'll take this.
Prendo questo.
Bravissima. Last one. Come si dice do you have more of this?
Ne avete altri?
Sì, bravissima Erin, flying colors.
Thank you. And now let's move on to our next glossary.
Glossary 4. Parole ed espressioni essenziali sui colori e i tessuti.
Essential words and phrases about colors and fabrics. White,
Bianco,
black,
nero,
yellow,
giallo,
orange,
arancione,
green,
verde,
blue,
blu,
light blue,
azzurro,
brown,
marrone,
red,
rosso,
purple,
viola,
pink,
rosa,
hot pink,
fucsia,
beige,
beige,
light,
chiaro,
dark.
scuro.
Is this made of
Questo è fatto di
cotton,
cotone,
wool,
lana,
silk,
seta,
leather,
pelle,
velvet,
velluto,
linen,
lino,
fleece,
pile,
flannel,
flanella,
lace,
pizzo,
nylon,
nylon,
polyester,
poliestere,
denim.
jeans.
So that's our episode for today. Thank you, Elisa, for walking us through La Dolce Vita, one glossary and dialogue at a time.
Ma prego, piacere mio. It's my pleasure to help you learn and enjoy my native Italian almost as much as I do. Until next time, arrivederci.
Ciao!
Ciao, it's Elisa again. As you can tell, Erin and I love to talk about what travelers can expect when they visit Italy. Not just language, obviously, but with the culture, food, and so much more. In our free streaming episodes, we only scratch the surface. But in our bonus materials, you'll get access to everything, including transcripts for each episode, as well as translations, vocabulary lessons, and cultural tips from today's roundtable. Visit postcardsfromitalypodcast.com for details. Have the confidence of an Italian even in simple conversations and everyday situations. With our bonus materials, you'll get ad-free, full-length audio conversations, practice exercises with written worksheets, and bonus graphics that decode gestures, road signs, and menus.
Our premium subscribers get one additional bonus not found anywhere else. For our Italian for Travelers family, we've created uninterrupted glossaries for each episode that include the English word or expression, followed by the Italian version, which is then repeated so that you can listen and learn, practice, and repeat. These no-fuss listen and repeat glossaries take the drama out of learning travelers' Italian. Listen in the car, on your morning walk, on planes and trains, even while doing dishes or making dinner. Each episode's glossary file features all of the mini glossaries in that lesson, so you can focus on the terms and situations that matter most to you, like food, shopping, or sightseeing. This is only for our Season 2 bonus material subscribers, so sign up today.
If you're an intermediate learner, you may also love the lessons in our Season 1 bonus materials, so check out our website. Visit postcardsfromitalypodcast.com for details. Postcards from Italy is a labor of love, connecting different cultures as we explore the dynamic nature of modern Italy through its language.
And remember to follow us on Instagram and sign up for our emails to stay updated on webinars and classes.
Thank you for listening. Non vedo l'ora di incontrarci di nuovo.